3 from lesson 59. X over 2 plus 3y over 5 equals negative 2/5. 0.06x minus 0.2y equals 1.04. We can solve this immediately the way it is if we wish, but it's really challenging to do that. It might be better to change the decimals to fractions or fractions to decimals if you're going to go about doing that. But sometimes, like these will be terminating decimals, it would be doable. But if it was repeating decimals, now it's more challenging. The better way to do these would be to make all these into whole numbers or integers, make all these into whole numbers or integers. So do whatever multiplication is necessary to make that happen. For fractions, the least common denominator is the key. So for 2, 5, and 5, the least common denominator is 10. For the bottom equation, I'm going to go a different color on this. Let's go red. The most number of decimal places is 2, so multiplication by 100 will do the trick. The other option would be 0.06, 0.20, and 1.04, just drop the decimals. But if you multiply by 100, 10 to whatever power the highest number of decimal places is, so 10 to the second 100. When I do the multiplication on the blue, 10 divided by 2 is 5 times x is 5x. 10 divided by 5 is 2 times 3y is plus 6y. 10 divided by 5 is 2 times negative 2 is negative 4. Multiply by 100 moves every decimal point 2 spaces to the right. So move 2 spaces to the right, I'm going to get 6x. Move 2 spaces to the right, it's going to be minus 20y. Move 2 spaces to the right, I'm going to get 104. And just like that, I've created myself a system of equations that's a little bit easier to deal with. The bottom equation, everything's even, so dividing by 2 would be legal. Not required, but legal. I'm going to do that. So I'm going to keep 5x plus 6y equals negative 4. And the bottom equation is going to be halved, so I'm going to get 3x minus 10y is equal to 52. Alright, now we've been doing elimination since midway through Algebra 1. Alright, it's a technique that you've gotten accustomed to. We revisited it again this year. You should be pretty good at it by now, right? I'm going to shortcut elimination a little bit at this point. Okay? Shortcutting just means I'm going to be doing some stuff in my head. If the shortcut's not sufficient for you, if you don't get it, go ahead and do it the other way. Write down what you get and do it. What I'm going to see here is that 6y and 10y can both become 30y, right? That'll be positive 30y, that'll be negative 30y. Here's how the shortcut works. I'm going to multiply this times 5, right? And I'm going to multiply this times 3. Alright. What I'm going to do is I'm going to calculate things in my head, multiply and add in my head. Or multiply and subtract in my head. Alright. The x's are going to make a new x, the y's are going to cancel, the number's going to make a new number. Alright. So 5 times 5x is 25x. 3 times 3x is 9x, right? So 25x and 9x make 34x. So instead of getting a new equation that has 25x, a new equation that has 9x, I'm just multiplying 25x, 9x, adding them up in my head. Positive 30y, negative 30y cancel. Negative 20 and positive 156 makes 136. Again, if you can handle that calculation and addition, subtraction in your head, fine. If not, you make it two equations. 25x plus 30y equals negative 20. 9x minus 30y is equal to 156. 34x, cancel, 136. Rather than writing it on paper, I'm just calculating, multiplying, and then adding in my head. Multiplying and subtracting in my head. Again, if you can handle it, fine. If not, fine. If you want to try it occasionally, maybe the number's a little bit smaller than this, and you want to try it, fine. If the numbers get bigger, maybe you want to go this route. Right? But again, I think a lot of us can handle the shortcut there, cutting a few corners there, saving us some little bit of time. So I want it to be available to you. 34x equals 136. We divide both sides by 34. We end up with x equals 4. Once we know the value of x, I go back to any equation containing x and y. I like the blue one. Looks pretty friendly, right? So x equals 4. I'm going to change x to 4 right there. So 5 times 4, which is 20, plus 6y is equal to negative 4. Move the 20 over here. That gets me positive 6y. I'm ahead of myself here. Positive 6y is equal to negative 24. We divide by 6, we get y is equal to negative 4. We write an ordered pair, x first, y second. So again, it's just elimination substitution. You just have to modify the problem a little bit before you actually start doing it.